Just a second, let me see. Okay, so The Summer of Beautiful White Horse is the first chapter of the book by William Soroin. As I've given you a brief intro, the story is about two teenager boys, the Armenian boys, Aram and Murad. The name of the two boys is Aram and Murad, who belong to the Gargolinian family. Now, this particular tribe is known for their truthfulness, their honesty, their integrity. The tribe is basically they're poor people, right? They hardly earn their meals for the day, right? But still, they are honest. And you will find a lot of people around you who are hand to mouth, who don't have sufficient means to have a good living, but still, they, the qualities, the traits, the goodness, the virtues which they possess, they retain it, no matter what their situation is, right? So this particular tribe is known for their truthfulness and their honesty. And it is generally believed in this society that if a person is belonging to this tribe, then the person cannot cheat or the person cannot speak a lie, right? That much famous the tribe is for their truthfulness and their honesty. Now, the two boys, they are cousins. One day, one boy out of them, the two, Murad had stolen a horse from a farmer. And from a farmer's house, he brings a horse and he comes to the Aram's window early in the morning. And he asks Aram that would you like to come for a horse ride? Now Aram was startled. It was something very shocking for him because they do not belong to a family where they can afford horses. Horses are quite expensive. If you might have heard or seen, even there are horse racings at several places. In Delhi also there's a race course where a lot of horse racing is done. So horses are generally, animals upon which a lot of money is betted, and horses are also purchased and sold, and they're generally expensive. So this tribe was not a kind of a tribe who could afford to purchase a horse. So Aram was really shocked to see his cousin riding a white horse. And early in the morning, he just knocked his window and asked him, "Dear, would you like to come for a horse ride?" Now, Aram was shocked, so he wanted to confirm from Murad from where he had got the horse, right? So he asked that whether the horse is stolen. He asked several questions, but then Murad simply says that if you are interested to come for the horse ride, let me know. Otherwise, leave it. He's not interested to reply him back. Now, as a child, though, obviously Aram is also, attracted. Even he wants to go for a horse ride. So he jumps out of his window and he sits on the horseback, and the two guys had a good time together, right? So while riding, Aram realizes that Murad was a good rider and he has been riding this horse for quite a long. But initially, Murad कहीं पर भी ये clear नहीं करता है उसको कि उसने वो horse कहाँ से लिया. Obviously, the horse is not his because it's not their family. Their family cannot afford a horse. Their tribe cannot afford a horse, right? So the next day again he says, okay, I'll be coming at the same time. Next day again they go for a horse riding. uh, at one point Murad tells Aram to get down, I want to take a ride all by myself. So second time he says, okay. Aram says, now I want to take a ride. So Murad, who is reluctant कि Aram को riding नहीं आती है, should not give it to him, so he denies. But then he says, he in a way threatens him that yours is a stolen horse, then why you can't allow me? So on this he gives. And very soon the story opens up that basically the horse was of a farmer, right? The horse was of a farmer. He takes up the horse, he brings the horse early in the morning, rides on it. He takes the horse for horse riding. He takes the horse for horse riding and then he keeps it back. Now, it so happens that when Aram takes the horse, he's not able to control the horse. Horse riding is nothing, is not something which is very general. Unless and until you learn horse riding, it is difficult to control an animal like a horse. A horse is a very active animal, very fast, and it has to be trained. But at the same time, you should know how to control it, how to train it, and how to control it, how to uh, ride a horse is not that easy task unless and until you have that potential to take care of the horse and how to control it, how to give it direction, how to give it instructions, how to make him obey your instructions. All these things the rider should know first of all. Then only you can learn. Animals, they understand the language of love, obviously, right? So you have to be that, you have to give that love and affection, then only they will take up your orders. So when Murad went for a horse ride, he was not able to control it. So the horse started running. It ran so fast that Murad was lying on the ground soon. Murad fell down and horse ran away. Now both the boys, they started searching for the horse because ultimately it was not their horse. Every morning Murad used to bring that horse, ride it, and then he used to keep it back in the farmer's stable. Right? So now the horse had ran away. Both the boys, they tried to search the horse. By the time they got the horse, it was quite late. Quite late means they used to get the horse early in the morning. So generally they used to keep it back before people would wake up. But this day it was very late. So it was like there was a lot of movement was there around. So now it was difficult for them to keep the horse. It was difficult for them to keep the horse back in the farmer's den. Otherwise they would have been caught. So they decided, let's hide the horse somewhere and we will keep it, give it back after some days. Now, the farmer whose horse was it was a known one. He used to visit Aram's family, Aram's house. How the horse was caught, what happened after that, then we do have a few funny characters in the story, which you would realize that how they add spice to the story and how they make the story more entertaining, that we are going to read out in the text. Right? I hope I'm clear with the introduction.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So shall we start with the text reading? Just give me a second, please. Akshit, can we have a little pause here?
One day back, there in the good old days when I was 9 and the world was full of every imaginable kind of magnificence, and life was still a delightful and mysterious dream, my cousin Murad was considered crazy by everybody who know him except me. Came to my house at 4 in the morning and woke me up by tapping on the window of my room. Aram, he said. I jumped out of bed and looked out of the window. I couldn't believe what I saw. It wasn't morning yet, but it was summer, and with daybreak, no many minutes around the corner of the world, it was light enough for me to know I wasn't dreaming.
Okay. Now, the beginning of the chapter itself, you realize that the narrator is Aram, right? Aram is Murad's cousin. Both these boys are cousins, and Murad has brought a horse. It was 4 in the morning, early morning, and he knocked his window. He tapped on his window and asked him to come out. And it wasn't morning yet, but it was summer, and with daybreak, not many minutes around the corner of the world, it was light enough for me know that he wasn't dreaming. So he saw that there was light enough. Now the two of them are cousins, and Aram is the youngest of the two. So Aram is the narrator of the story, right? Chale. Please continue.
M- My cousin Murad was sitting on a beautiful white horse. I stuck my head out of the window and rubbed my eyes. Yes, he said in Armenian. It's a horse. You are not dreaming. Make it quick if you want to ride. I knew my cousin Murad enjoyed being alive more than anybody else who had ever fallen into the world by mistake. But this was more than even I could believe. In the first place, my earliest memory had been memories of horse, and my first longings had been longing to ride. This was the wonderful part. In the second place, we were poor. This was the part that wouldn't permit me to believe what I say. We were poor. We had no money. Our whole tribe was poverty stricken. Every branch of the Gorolian family was living in the most amazing and comical poverty in the world. Nobody could understand where we ever got money, even to keep us with food in our bellies. Not even the old men of the family. Most important of all, though, we were famous for our honesty. We had been famous for our honesty for something like 11 centuries, even when we had been the wealthiest families in what we liked to think was the world. We were proud first, honest next, and after that we believed in right and wrong. None of us would take advantage of anybody in the world, let alone steal.
Akshat,
Consequently,
please give a pause. Akshat, give a pause here. Let me give the explanation. You have read quite a deal. I need to give the explanation first. Okay. Now, when he looked outside the window, he found that his cousin Murad was sitting on a beautiful white horse. Now, Aram rubbed his eyes because it was something very strange for him, very shocking for him. And Murad assured him that it was not a dream, it was reality, that he was riding a horse. Now, horse riding was something which Aram had been longing for when he was a little child. He always wanted to go for horse riding, right? But again, they belong to a family where they can never afford a horse. So it was like a dream. So he never ever have thought that it could come true. At the same time, Aram was aware of it that his cousin Murad was a kind of a person who always wanted to enjoy life and he could do anything to fulfill his wishes, to fulfill his dreams. But then at the same time, the thought which came back to his mind, the reality. The reality was that they were poor people. It was very difficult for them to earn their meals for the day. And having a horse was a big deal for them, basically, right? So now Murad was sitting on this white horse. Aram rubbed his eyes and stuck out his head of the window. Murad assured him it was not a dream. But at the same time, Murad was the type of a person who enjoyed being alive, so he couldn't believe that he was seeing a horse in front of him. So when the real thought came to his mind that they are poor and they do not even at times they have to keep their bellies, empty. They have to sleep with empty bellies because they don't have sufficient food to eat. How could they even afford a horse? So most important of all, they were famous for honesty. But then the thought came to his mind that their tribe was known for their truthfulness and their honesty. So he says here that their family was known for honesty for almost 11 centuries. 11 centuries means for such a long time. Uh, Even when they had been the wealthiest family, or now they are poor, still they are known for their truthfulness and their honesty. They were proud that they were honest, and next they believed what is right and wrong. So none of us would take the advantage of anybody in the world, let anybody steal.
consequently, even though I could see the horse, so magnificent, even though I could smell it, so lovely, even though I could hear it breathing, so exciting, I couldn't believe the horse had anything to do with my cousin Murad, or with me, or with any of the other member of our family, asleep or awake, because I knew my cousin Murad couldn't have bought the horse, and if he couldn't have bought it, he must have stolen it, and I refused to believe he had stolen it. No member of the no member of the Garohelian family could be a thief. I stared first at my cousin and then at the horse. There was a pious stillness and humor in each of them, which on the one hand delighted me and on the other frightened me. Murad,
Okay.
I said,
Just a second. Just a second. Wait. Give a pause here. Now, even though I could see the horse so magnificent, even though I could smell it, now obviously Aram also wanted. This was a dream for him. He says it was his, early wishes. When he was a very small child, he always longed. He has always been longing to have to go for a horse ride, right? So he could smell it. He found it very lovely. He could hear it breathing also. It was so exciting for him, right? Now, but at the same time, he knew that his cousin Murad couldn't have bought the horse. This horse was not a purchased one, that was sure to him. Now, it couldn't have bought it, it must have been stolen. Now, that was a thought which came to his mind, that because they could not afford it. That means it's a stolen horse, right? So he refused to believe that he had stolen it, but at the same time, he refused to believe because they belong to a family who can never ever go on such a path. They can stealing something, doing treachery with somebody, being dishonest, speaking lies. That was nothing of that sort which their tribe or their family could do. And for last so many years, for so many centuries, they were known for their tribe, their family, the Galgonian family was known for such all these virtues. No member of the Galgonian family could be a thief. That was a strong belief in Aram's mind because that was the manner in which they had brought up. They had uh, they were born and brought up in the family which was known for their truthfulness and their integrity. So I started first at he stayed first at his cousin and then at the horse. There was a pioneer stillness and humor in each of them, which one hand delighted me and on the other hand frightened me. So one point was that he was scared that, oh God, what has Murad done? Has he stolen? Has he brought that bad name to the family? But at the same time, he was thrilled. He was delighted to see a beautiful white horse because he always wanted to ride a horse. He was longing to ride a horse. He could smell it. He could hear his breathing. He could feel it. So it was like a dream come true for him. So somewhere he was delighted. At the same time, he was scared. He was frightened. Okay. Chaliye, please continue.
Murad, I said, where did you steal this horse? Leap out of the window, he said, if you want to ride. It was true then. He had stolen the horse. There was no question about it. He had come to invite me to ride or not, as I chose. Well, it seemed to me stealing a horse for a ride was not the same thing as stealing something else, such as money. For all I knew, maybe it wasn't stealing at all. If you were crazy about horses the way my cousin Murad and I were, it wasn't stealing. It wouldn't become stealing until we offered to sell the horse, which of course I knew we would never do. Let me put on some clothes. I said. All right, he said, but hurry. I leaped into my clothes. I jumped down to the yard from the window and leaped out onto the horse behind my cousin Murad. That
Okay, give a
year,
pause. Wait, Akshat, wait. Let me give the explanation of this stanza. Now, it was true then he had stolen the horse. So now he got it that it was true. He had stolen the horse. Obviously, there was no question related to it because they could not afford a horse at any cost. So, but people have different perspective of different things. Murad was scared that has he stolen the horse, but then Aram was scared that has he stolen the horse. But then the second thought which came to his mind was that taking somebody's horse, riding it, and then keeping it back is not stealing. That is not stealing. If you're riding somebody's horse and then giving it back to the person, that's not stealing. So, well, it seemed to be stealing a horse for a ride was not the same thing as stealing something else, such as money or other materialistic possessions. So, and at the same time, he thought that if you are really crazy about something, the crazy about horses, the way his cousin Murad and he was, then it wasn't stealing. So obviously they were children. And for children, there are certain things, certain temptations which they cannot resist. Teenager boys in this adolescence period, children have temptations. They want to have something. For you people now, the temptations are more on technological devices. You won't like to go for a horse ride. You would not want to have a horse at your house, right? You would like to go for an iPhone or a what is that PSPO and all these things. You are more towards these technological gadgets. So, but for them, that was the temptation at that point. So, in a manner, Aram knew that Murad is doing something wrong. He has stolen, no matter whether he would be keeping it back or not, but he has stolen. He has taken the horse for a ride of somebody's horse that is not his own. That means he has done something wrong. But the temptation was so strong with him that he just left that thought and he put up his clothes and he came out and he jumped out of his window and he leaped onto the horse